Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's me again. If you have watched my previous video about review novels and review textbooks, you already know me, but if you don't, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Fauzia Zahra. I am student of Department English Education in UIN Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. So today I'm going to make some video, but with another content and another review, which is today I'm going to review 10 articles that I have read in this semester. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the first I'm going to show you guys the title of the articles and then explain to you articles one by one. So in this video I have three topics about articles. So the first is social media impact, the second is bullying, and the last is method of teaching. So the first topic is social media impacts, which has two articles that there are social media its impact with positive and negative aspect, and impact of social network on society, a case study of Abuja. And the second topic is bullying, which has two articles. There are bullying experiment in primary school children and bullying in elementary school, its causes and effects on students. So the last topic is method of teaching, which has six articles. There are combined teaching method and experimental study, effect of Suggestionpedia method on teaching vocabulary to primary school pupils, and the use of audiolingual in teaching listening comprehension at the second year student of SMK Yapip Makassar Sungguh Minasa, and teaching speaking skills in English language using classroom activities in secondary school levels in Eldoret Municipality, Kenya, and using total physical response method on young learners English language teaching. And the last is the implementation of teaching writing to the 8th grade student at SMPN 7. So the first topic is social media impact, and the first article related to the topic is social media, its impact with positive and negative aspect by Sabanur Siddiqui and Tajidul Singh. So the purpose of this article is investigate the impact caused by social media, both negative and positive impact from various aspects of life, such as education, business, society, and teenagers. And the result of this article is for education, the availability of social media allows educators to teach good digital citizenship and the use of the internet for productivity. And the negative impact for education is the type of distraction that will be experienced by the kids in the classroom. Teachers were unable to determine who was paying attention in the classroom because they were unable to detect who was paying attention. And for positive impact for business, with online networking, you might have a better understanding of the market and reach out further than your competitors. And for negative impact for business is a bad online brand strategy can kill a business and put it at a big social media viral disadvantage. And for positive impact for society is social media allows users to meet people they may not have met otherwise. And the negative impact for society is people to become addicted that can spend a lot of time on social networking site, which can cause them to lose focus and concentration on the task at hand. And the last is positive impact for teenager is during a moment of critical development, young people turn to social networking sites for assistance and information. And for negative impact for teenager is some ineffective blogs have such a strong influence on young people that they become violent and engage in inappropriate behavior. So, a second article related to this topic is Impact of Social Network and Society, a case study of Abuja by Adam Oliwadamilola Kemi. So, the purpose of this article to inform the public about the impact and change caused by online social network, and also to see the positive aspect of community interaction through online social network. So the result of this article is the reason why people join online social networks are to find new friends, find friends who have not communicated for a long time, created a photo albums, and upload them to social media. So the second topic is bullying. So the first article related to this topic is bullying experiments in primary school children by Farah Aulia. So the purpose of this article is to inform about the impact of bullying and to warn school to help students overcome the effect of bullying experienced by students. The result of this article is bullying occurs because of the feelings that students have regarding school are one of the trigger for bullying, as well as the experience of victims of bullying, which show that usually their experience of being bullied is more of physical violence, such as being kicked or yanked, and that is also what is found from the data of the bullying perpetrator. So the next article related to this topic is bullying in elementary school, its causes and effects on students by MS Afrosjan. So the purpose of this article, in order to comprehend the nature of bullying, to understand more about the cause of bullying, and the effect of peer on peer bullying on students' learning. So the result of this article is bullying in elementary school is caused by their environment showing aggressive attraction, full of power and jealousy, which are the cause of bullying. The most common and frequent form of bullying, according to this research, are insult, name-calling, nickname hitting, direct aggression, grief, threat, and social exclusion or isolation. And the impact is that the victim has difficulty concentrating when studying because of fear. So this is the last topic, which is method of teaching. So the first article related to this topic is Combined Teaching Method and Experimental Study by Irina V. Kolesnikova. So the purpose of this article to aim of this experimental study was to compare the effect of traditional and combined teaching method, traditional plus active learning in the process of knowledge formation among elementary school teacher candidates. So, the result of this article is the combined lecture and group discussion method was compared with the traditional lecture method, and it was reported that despite significantly preferring group discussion over the lecture method, there was no significant difference in the post-test score of the two groups. And the post-test score in the experimental group increased statistically significantly compared to the control group, probably largely due to the combination of traditional teaching method with active learning activities. This study showed that knowledge formation can be significantly improved through use of combined teaching method. So the next article is Effect of Suggestion Method on Teaching Vocabulary to Primary School Pupils by Al-Haji Malah Galti. So the purpose of this article to investigate whether the Suggestion method will be efficient in learning vocabulary for elementary school children, and to prove Lazanov claim that Suggestion is the faster learning method than conventional teaching method, and Suggestion is a tool that can be used to manage students' effective factor and also improve their cognitive abilities. So the result of this article is Suggestion method significantly improves vocabulary learning. The result of the mean difference between the pre-test and post-test of the experimental group showed that the post-test performance was higher than the pre-test. This might be due to the nature of the classroom environment and the positive attitude of the teacher towards student and the teaching process, because Suggestion class information is presented in an interesting way. So the attention and interest of the learner will be captured by such presentators, thereby increasing the performance. So the next article is the use of audiolingual in teaching listening comprehension at the second year student of SMK Yapip Makassar Sungguh Minasa by Nur Devi BTA Abdul. So the purpose of this article is to explain the ability of students to recognize the meaning of the word in context and recognize the content of the text and help teacher to update listening teaching method to make it more interesting to create a fun class. So the result of this article is using auditory visual in the classroom could help students improve their listening comprehension, particularly in recognize the meaning of words. The next article is teaching speaking skills in English language using classroom activity in secondary school levels in Eldoret Municipality, Kenya by Bentor Osenogudu. So the purpose of this article is to find out activity that can and effectively use in the speaking class. Also the rules of teacher for the example to motivate their student and the rule of student. For example, student must be ready to interact with the curriculum provided to develop speaking skill. So the result of this article is the teacher used the same activity that are practiced in speaking class, such as dramatization, debate, speech, role-playing, and others, but with different delivery method and preferences. The activity most recommended by a teacher is dramatization with a percentage of 85.7%, while the activity most interested by students is discussion with a percentage of 88.9%. So the next article is using total physical response method in young learner English language teaching by Cici Nuraini. So the purpose of this article is to describe of the total physical response or TPR method on young learners English language teaching. So the result of this article is based on the pre-test and post-test scores. The TPR method made their vocabulary knowledge increase about 27.40. This show that there is an escalation process in vocabulary. At the beginning of the observation process, students were really afraid to speak English because they lack vocabulary, while the increase in understanding lies at 28.77. This proved that cognitively the student understood the meaning of the word and spoke without hesitation. So the last article related to this topic is the implementation of teaching writing to the 8th grade student at SMPN 7 by Novita Intan Permatasari Putri. So the purpose of this article is find out the writing material development by the English teacher, explain the procedure for teaching writing to students and the development of students' writing skills. So the result of this article is teacher employ writing materials based on key 13 curriculum and subject of obligation and suggests based on the syllabus. And the teacher select material based on his requirement and abilities and create material that is easily accepted. I think that's all from me, and I am so happy because this is my last video, and I hope we all get best score for all the video we have made in this semester. And thank you very much for Memnida who always guide us along this semester. I got a lot of lesson from this course and from you, Memnida, especially in writing skill and speaking skill. And I hope you in good condition, also your families. And for you guys who watch this video, please stay healthy and don't forget to wear mask, and especially don't forget to give your thumbs up and comment this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace.